How's it going, guys? Jay here, bringing you a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile today. This is my Geargia Karakuri deck. I'm bringing you this because I recently played at a locals, and I went 3-0-1, so I won 3, didn't lose any, and got a draw. I drew with Spellbooks first round, played Mermails second round, and won. Beat Ghost Tricks round 3, and for round 4 I beat Mermails. This deck works really well. It's an OTK deck, so I really love it. And it's got lots of grind for late game. If you really need to go into late game, it really can, which really helped me out with the versing the Ghost Trick player. So we'll jump straight into the deck profile. Start off with our shadows of the deck. 3 Geargia Armor. Armor is probably the best card in the deck. Just for its effect of you being able to go flip it face down, flip it up, get a search. And it's really good because you can flip this, you can set this first turn and your opponent will attack into it, you've got a free search. And it works really well with the Karakuri engine because if people know what Beret and Strategist do, it changes battle position of cards, so you can flip this down once per turn. Is his effect, and then you can flip him back face up with the Strategist of the Beret effect. So you get a second search. It's really good. Then run Triple Accelerator. Accelerator is a very big part of our combo piece. He works really well with the Birdman that we play, so he's really good. I really like him. 3 is needed, I think personally. 3 Arsenal. Arsenal is really good because he gains 200 for every Geargia card on field, including himself, and he's like, if you guys know Angeli, he's like that, where you tribute this, and you can special summon a Geargia monster from your deck. So you go, first turn, if you don't have an armor in hand, you can play this, tribute this, and get your armor, and flip your armor face down due to its effect. So it's really good. It's even good to become a beater late game if you've got some Geargia cards on field and you want to beat into something. You can get this to 21 and beat over something, so it's really good. Then have 3 Mark II. Mark II is really good at 3, and then we have 1 Geargiano. These 3 guys work really well together. These 2 guys, I should say. For our Geargia gear, my first Geargia gear I'll go into 2 Mark II. My second one I'll go into 2 Geargiano. 1 Mark II, 1 Geargiano. Just because I only like going into this if I've got a tuner engrave, and I can go into a synchro play with him. So with him by tributing this and getting this synchro out of my graveyard. So that's why I like going into that. So that's it for our Geargia engine. The lineup is actually pretty solid. I probably wouldn't change much, to be honest. For our tuners and our Karakuri engine, we have 2 Watchdog. Watchdog is really good because you just go, it's for your level 8 synchros and your level 7 synchros with a Mark II and a Geargiano. So usually go in level 8 synchros with this. So I really love this card. But my favorite Karakuri card, play one of the Nishipachi. Nishipachi is really good because, like I said, you can get armor, flip armor face down, and then due to Beret's effect, special the Nishipachi, flipping up your armor, getting a search off armor, and just getting so many cards. And then, because you've got armor, you can search an accelerator, then you special accelerator, and you get another synchro with Strategist. So that's a really good card. And our last tuner is the Birdman. Birdman works really well with, I'll go over things as I explain them, with the accelerator, because you'll special summon accelerator, Birdman effect, bring accelerator back to hand, special Birdman, and then just special this back, because you'll usually have a Geargia card on field still while you're doing that. So that's really good. So that's it for our tuners and our rounds up our monster lineup. Onto these spells. Triple upstart because we want to get to our combo pieces a lot quicker. My mistake versing the Ghost Trick player was the first game, because I didn't really know what he was playing. And I went Upstart Goblin twice, like first turn to get into combo pieces, and he ended up having 10k health, and it was really, really annoying to get around. We're gonna have triple MST. Because we are an OTK, we hate back row, so I feel that we need to run the triple MST. MST is an awesome card anyway, especially in a back row heavy format like we are in. It's really good because you can go MST, whatever you think. I didn't make the mistake of going blind MSTs against the Mermail players, because I figured a lot of people play Mermails at our locals, and I was really afraid of the sphere, so I didn't do it. Book of Moon, because Book of Moon is really good, and Dark Gold. Dark Gold won me so many games against the Mermail player, because they'd go off on Sphere during my end phase, and then they'd destroy my thing, and next turn I'd go on Dark Gold. Well, they would have their like full field, and then they'd let me go in my OTK plays from there. So it was really, really good. So I think it's like 8 spells. So we're a very trap heavy deck. I'll say that now. Not many spells because there aren't many that we really need to run. So yeah, 3 Geargia. This is the some 2 Geargianos from deck. So if I've got this first turn, I'll go this into a 2 Mark 2s into a Geargia X. But if I've got this late game, it's really good because I can go this into a Mark 2 and a Geargiano, tribute the Geargiano to get any synchro tuner, and go into a synchro play with the level 4 Mark 2. It's really, really good. I really love that card. We then run 2 Trapstun and 2 7 tools. Show you guys this at the same time because they're all stopping things. Traps are a really big problem with this deck. Like, what is it called? Because we're an OTK, like Mirror Force, Deep Freeze really annoy us. Even though we are very trap heavy, Trapstun is fine because we won't really need it. We'll go, because we usually go get our Gear effect, and then I'll go Trapstun immediately after that. I like running the 2 7 tools as well because it stops someone warning. Because if they warning like one of your big, like your beret or something, and you really need it, if you've got this, you can go 7 tools, stop warning. So it's really, really good. I really love this card. We then have 2 Chain. Chain is like one of the best cards in the format. It stops so many things from going on, and that's what you really need to do, like this format, I think, because you can't let big combo plays go off and come up against decks that can do just as big combos as you really sucks. So you want to stop their combos, and then you can beat over them once that you finish chained. Then run 2 Call the Haunted. Call the Haunted is really, really good for late game because you can go Call the Haunted, get back your beret, or something like that, and then go from a couple of plays from there. So it's really, really good. I was thinking of running Iron Call, but I don't think I'd prefer this over the Iron Call. 2 Mirror Force was really good today. One of those Bottomless and Warning, just where you don't play Compulse or Torrential Tribute because I don't think it's needed. We just try and stop the summons. The only problem really I've had with the main deck is the amount of gear you get. I would drop it to 2, but I usually decided one of these out, and it was fine. I won't show you guys my sideboard because it was really, really shit and full of just crap. Me being a new player to Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't really know much about siding in, what to side in and what's good against stuff, but you know, yeah. Onto our extra deck, we run 2 Beret. Beret was really, really good today. I was thinking of bumping up to 3, and I wish I did at some points, but 2 was fine. Exactly fine. I really love this card. His effect is so good how you can flip something face up once per turn. So you usually do it with your armor, if you've already used Strategist. So you flip armor face down, go into strategy, go into a strategist and then flip it up, or you can use this effects to flip it up and you get another beret anyway. So that's really, really good. Then for another next level 7 we have Black Rose. This was going to be the third beret, but I think Black Rose is like a lot more, like a lot better, because you can use this as what am I looking for, as, you know, things to start off your combos. So you go first turn, if they've got a lot of back row and stuff like that, and you up against back row. Hey, this is what I did against Ghost Tricks. Went into Black Rose, got rid of his field, and proceeded to be able to go into things from there. It was really, really good. Level 8s, you have Burrito. One Burrito, I think running the one Burrito was fine, so Colossal Fighter, just to beat into things if we really need to. Scrap Dragon did put in a lot of work today, just by me being able to get around things. Stardust, probably the level 8 that put in the most work though, because I can make this and protect myself with this, so it was really, really good. So that's it for our synchros. Onto our Xyz. We have two Gigant X. I'm gonna let my words. This is really, really good because you can make this off a Gear play, and if you have to, you can make this off an Accelerator and a Gear Armor play. And if you've got a Mark II in hand, then you can go off on OTKs from there as well, actually. So usually searching for like your Birdmans and stuff with this guy. That's what I always search for first, is a Birdman, because that's what I think I need most. And it's effective getting a level 3 Geargia card back from graveyard when he leaves the field is really, really good. Cowboy, because Cowboy is Cowboy. Dweller, because Dweller. Marstroke, and Corn. This would become an Exoton Knight, but I don't have one, sadly. One Zenmains. Zenmains is in here because you can go Mark II into another Mark II into a Zenmains and just hold off for a couple of turns and whatnot, so it's really, really good. And our last monster in the extra deck is Big Eye. Big Eye is really good to go into because you can go from with 2 Beret. It was either run Beret or Dracosack, and no one I knew had a Dracosack I could borrow, so I ended up playing the Big Eye. Big Eye was really good. I put in a lot of work today because I was versing the Ghost play and he made Engineer, and I needed to get around Engineer to win because we were in time and I had last turn. So I went to OTK in the turn before and he dropped Spectre and Lantern on me, so I only got a little bit of damage off. Next turn he went Engineer, and I was like, I can't beat over it because I had 2 Beret out and a Scrap Dragon, so I couldn't get around it. So I had to go Overlay, Big Eye, take Engineer, swing with Scrap Dragon for game. It was actually really cool to take it. Everyone was like, oh, I was like, wheel. It was pretty bad manners by me, pretty BM by me, so yeah, that's why I liked it. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. Please do subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard content, and I'll catch you guys next time.